where I will be doing weekly crafts just for kids. And some of these projects will require adult supervision, so make sure you ask your parents for help. Let's get started. Here's a list of things you will need for this project. A wood cutout from Dollar Tree, some paint from Dollar Tree or somewhere, and some brown, some orange. I got these brown and the red from Hobby Lobby's, but you can get all these from Dollar Tree. And I put them in all these little cups. You don't need much brown. And we're gonna need some plastic rollers from Dollar Tree, some letter stickers from Dollar Tree, and a paintbrush from you can get it from Dollar Tree, Michael's, and Hobby Lobby's. So let's get started. Here we go. So you're gonna wanna dip your paintbrush in red. Make sure you get enough amount, and you just do big long streaks on this. It's supposed to be pumpkin, but also one side looks like a pumpkin and one side looks like an apple. So we're gonna do half apple and half pumpkin. And make sure you wear gloves and an apron because this stuff can be messy. Trust me. I don't know if I said it or not. We're gonna be making a back to school pencil holder for your teachers. So come on, let's finish it. So you're gonna wanna just do long streaks so you can get all of it. Make sure not to cover up the stem because you're gonna wanna paint that brown. Make sure you don't have big globs of paint, as you just saw. And it's fine if you just get a little bit on the stem because the brown's gonna cover it up. And you're going to want to make sure you get all those spots covered up so you can move on. Okay, let's keep on going. And if you want to, you could do, if you want a light red apple, you can do a light color, or if you want to do a dark, you can do multiple layers. So I'm going to do a dark because I don't like my apples light. I like them dark. If you wanted, you could do a green apple, but red's the most of the apples that all our teacher eats. Comment down below if you have ever seen your teacher in class eat a green apple. I've only seen my teacher eat red apples. I just like one particular apple. The darkest apples are the best. Okay, so when you're done and let it dry for a little bit, you're going to want a napkin to rinse off your thing. You're going to want to do the back of the apple. red is a pretty red. This is probably the prettiest red that you could find for an apple. Like that. Make sure you get all the parts covered up because you don't want to confuse them and accidentally paint that part brown because that's part of the apple. So now we're going to do the part of the pumpkin. And make sure you get the edges because it won't look good with just tan edges and a red apple. So because in reality it's all just red. Okay, it's time for the pumpkin. Okay. And also make sure you have the right size paintbrushes because if you get a big one for the brown, it's going to get all of your apple or your pumpkin. So you're going to make sure you're going to want a small one like this. You're going to take my orange, dip it. We're going to go and cover it. That's how it got done so far. We're almost done, but we got to do the back and the inside. It's time to get the back of the pumpkin and the edges. First, we're going to do the edges. Okay, it's time for a brown. We just washed my orange paintbrush so we can put it in the brown. So we're gonna do the brown here in a minute. And so we're gonna have to paint this part brown. And we're gonna use a little brush for the stems, because the stems ain't really that big. Oh, and if you get some on the bottom, that's no big deal. Brown's a dark color. It'll just cover it up. So there's a little tip. So this is probably going to be what it looks like when it's done with the pumpkin and the orange and the red. You're going to want to do the stems though, but when it dries, you can go on back and do some touch-ups. But since fall's coming, she can flip it over to a pumpkin if she likes, or she can have an apple all the time or a pumpkin all the time. It's her choice. So what we're going to do now is get some brown with a little paintbrush like this. We're going to take it and we're going to color the stems. So you want a really little paintbrush so it won't get everywhere. Okay, that's what your stem's probably gonna look like. But if you're an artist, it'll probably look better. But that's the best I could do. And you're gonna want to do the back of that too. Okay, now time for the apple. You're just gonna wanna do the apple same way. And you're just gonna turn that around and do the same thing to the back like what we did to the pumpkin. Okay? Okay, so then you're going to want to go to the edges. So this is what it looks like so far. This pumpkin side, apple side. Wait, let me do this so you get a better look at it. This is apple side. So comment down below what side you like, the apple side or the pumpkin side.
I'm gonna let it dry.
Apple side. You're gonna want to let it dry for a little bit, and then we'll come back when it's dry. Bye. See you here in a minute. Okay, we're back. I let it dry for an hour. Now we're just gonna put some finishing touches and my teacher's name on there for it to be personalized. So you're gonna need a hot glue gun for this part and your parents' help. So let's get started. And you're gonna want to make sure you cut them out before you take them off. We're gonna get our roller. Make sure it's even. So, and then you're gonna want to take your letter and see. Okay, we're gonna take some more hot glue. And we're just gonna peel this off. And we're just gonna draw like a little M. So we're gonna, after we did the M, we're just gonna stick this on. There. And so we're gonna get our another letter, R. You're gonna get a drop of glue. Just one drop will do it. I just made a mistake on the M. Don't do that. So we're just gonna do one drop. You're gonna take this and we're gonna stick the R. Okay? And then we're gonna take our S. Okay, we're gonna take our S. Oopsies, my S is upside down. And we're gonna spell her name, or his name. And take me one dot. And you're just gonna, if your teacher has a long name, just put it to the farthest you can. And we're gonna get our E. Put a drop. This is how we got done so far. We got a little bit more to do. A little drop for the S. Okay, we're gonna stick our S on. Okay, and then we're gonna get our other letter and do the same thing. Oh, and also make sure your apple's straight or your cardboard cutout straight, or your letters will get crooked. And we got 2 more letters to go. And some more stuff to put on. E. Okay. Here's my letter so far. And we got 2 more things to add. Okay, so for my apple, we're gonna add this to right here. All you need for this too, tad of glue.
Use the wire.
Okay. You're gonna flip it on the other side for the pumpkin. My mom did this for me because I couldn't tie that. So we're just gonna take this and we're gonna stick it like right here. All you need is a dot of hot glue. A little more.
Glob.
Like that. And you're just gonna want to stick that. You're gonna want to hold it down so it won't go. And here's the finished product. Comment down below if you like it and click subscribe. See you next time.